Welcome back, guys. Dropbear here today doing a video on my class set up for Trials of Osiris. Today I'm going to be doing the Gunslinger Hunter because it is my favourite subclass and it's the one I have the most experience with, so I can definitely give you good little sneaky hints on this one. So Hawk Sword is going to be the primary I'm running. Best primary in the game right now. Has a faster time, has a more consistent and quicker time to kill than the Nerweens and the Stranger's Rifle archetype and the Red Death. The Red Death, they can potentially be quicker, but it's not that often you're going to be doing that, so the Hawk Sword's great. The Vendor version, it's not the best roll, but it's definitely a very, very nasty roll. The gun itself is just very well rounded, so you just want to pick one up. Doesn't matter where from, as long as you get one with decent rounds, it's great. You need to be able to get that stability up, so counterbalance here, or any stability perk in the other two trees are definitely the way to go. Last Word's also a fantastic gun to run. If you're a Warlock, you can run the Talarlock, but you're not a Warlock because you're coming on watching a Hunter video, right? The Last Word, Jade Rabbit's okay, and Hawk Moon, but Pulse Rifles and the two hand cannons I got brought over from year 1. Sniper Rifle, running a 1,000 yard stare. Nothing else. I could run the Steel Piercer, but I'm just for sake of consistency over my classes, I'm running the 1,000 yard stare. And you can see with the Steel Piercer, there's a bit of range difference, which can come in a bit of a detrimental effect for this game mode, because you will be longer distance, so you want to have more range. And, you know, you can get a good 1,000 yard stare from Cade 6. That is pretty well rounded. I personally don't use it because I don't like Firefly distracting me from getting double downs and stuff, so, Rockets, you're going to be heavy. Yet again, I feel like your Rocket's going to be the best thing going into Trials of Osiris. I just don't think anything else is great, except for maybe the Arc Exotic Sword, which I don't actually have. Now, if you didn't get yourself this really, really insanely strong roll from a couple of weeks ago, definitely go get the Vertigo. The Vertigo is pretty much exactly the same as you can see. It just doesn't have heavy payload. Either way, the Rockets are pretty well similar. And then subclass, I'm just going to go over this real quick. Incendiary Grenades, the best thing. I prefer them over Trip Mines. Just being able to hit multiple targets, which is always nice. Better Control, it's whatever, run whatever. Better Control is really good with the Bones of Owl if they ever come to year 2, once you please. Running Gunfighter, Golden Gun, just when people like to bunker down in a power spot and not come out and poke or anything contest, just having that gun, Golden Gun, charging quicker is always better than not. And Combustion's pretty useless, and Deadeye, it doesn't really come in that handy, I'm going to be perfectly honest, considering how guns are now tied to the range stat, which I'll get to later with the other perks. Running the Incendiary Blade, best choice here. Knife Juggler, you want to be able to finish someone off with an Incendiary Blade. And then for stat roll, as you can see, I'm running this. And in this first passive slot, Scavenger, Gunslinger's Trance, you're not getting too many kills to make this proc all the time. You're not going to be over-penetrating people. And Scavenger, you're not going to be picking up ammo all the time, but you're going to be picking up ammo more than the other two. So this is better, and you know, you're not going to always, you want to have, because you don't have Lucky Raspberry, you always want to try and get your grenades charged as much as you can, because they are very powerful to have all the time. And in this last slot, I've gone over the Horizon, because who does not like extra range on their Golden Gun and extra recovery? 2 throwing knives is definitely a good one as well. This one's pretty much preference if you like to get yourself into throwing knife contests. I don't usually get myself into throwing knife contests in elimination, so Gambler's Dagger is not for me. The stat roll, go on max intellect and trying to max out that discipline, the struggle of having this stupid ass artifact. So yeah, max intellect discipline, you're throwing knives, you're not going to be using them a whole lot, and you want to max out your Golden Gun and try and get that quickly, and you want to have your Incendiary Grenades as quickly as you can. Exotic Armor, I'm running the Crest of the Alpha Lupi with the Poor Defense stat roll. This is a fantastic piece to have on the Gunslinger because there's legitimately no other options for Trials of Osiris except for the Knucklehead Radar, which is pretty redundant in my opinion, and the Young Akamara Spine, but you have to run Trip Mine. I don't really want to run Trip Mine. I personally like the Incendiary Grenade a little bit more, but I do swap between them. I don't hate people for using the Trip Mine, but yeah, the Crestus is great because it just, you know, it helps the team more, and that's what you want. And plus you can re-roll it to get the sniper ammo bonus, so that's always fantastic. And if you have Iron Banner boots, run them over the raid boots. try and infuse them up. I don't have enough to infuse it right to the 309, so I'm just not going to do it. But just having that extra speed on respawn is ridiculously broken. It's actually really strong. I have used it a little bit, so yeah. Anyway, that will definitely cut it. This one was a bit quick. Oh, one more thing, sorry. Make sure you're running your gauntlets with the primary reload speed. Secondaries, never going to be using your secondary. Reload speed on secondaries is pretty rare. You don't really need to do that. But primary speed can be the difference between winning a gunfight and losing one. And the Vanguard, Cade 6 is selling an Intellect Discipline 1 Pulse Rifle for Hunters. He's also selling a same role for Autos. And their Future War Cult has Scout Intellect Discipline. Sorry, handguns, don't think you have one. Anyway, this has been Dropbear making a different video than usual. I hope you enjoyed this content. If you did, please like it. If you want to stay tuned to the channel, subscribe. And yeah, it's going to be Dropbear signing out.